Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today I am back with another DIY from Dollar Tree store, and these are the products that I'm going to be using. The first one is a splatter screen that you use for your pan, and I'm going to be using these flowers, that little bag you saw, and that has a little camper on it. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange my flowers the way I want them. I'm going to be making a wreath with these, so you're going to see now how I'm going to do this. I'm just kind of stacking all of my flowers, the ones that I want, how I want them, and now I'm going to zip tie them together, like so, just so they stay nice and tight, and they make kind of like a bouquet. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to puff them out a little bit, kind of make them look more realistic and pretty. And once I get them kind of all fanned out, I'm kind of pushing them down because what I'm going to be doing is that little canvas bag you saw right there. I stuffed it with some Walmart bags. They're plastic bags to kind of fill it up. And I put the screen on the back. That's a splatter screen that you buy at the Dollar Tree. It's in the kitchen section. And I'm going to use some floral wiring. And I am going to adhere that very tightly to that screen. So I kind of like poked it through the screen and through my flowers, and then I tied it on the back. Then I tied the bag real tight, and now I'm going to attach my bow that I also created. And this is very simple to do, guys. Such an easy project, so simple, and it comes out so pretty. And everything's $1. The canvas bag I got from Dollar General, that was $1. The ribbon that you see me that I made my bow, that's $1. I'm going to try to come out with a bow tutorial. There are lots of bow tutorials online though, but you can like make any bow that you like. Now I'm going to use these felt heart pieces that I also got from Dollar Tree, these white ones, to kind of cover up the sides of the screen going upward. So, because you don't want to see that screen because it just wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look pretty. So I'm just kind of like overlapping them on each other. And you got to be careful though when you do this part, because I didn't realize in the beginning I'm hot gluing on the back of a screen. So it was going through and going all over everything. So I kind of remembered that I got to lift it up. So that's what I did. But after I got it all done, this is what it looks like. So pretty. Look at that, guys. It's gorgeous, and it was so easy. Did not take me long at all to make it. So now our next project is going to be a gnome. I'm going to make a Valentine gnome using Dollar Tree socks. Now these socks are women's socks. It could be men's socks, but I believe the sizes were 7 to 9. And they're just white socks. They're ankle socks that I used. And what I did is I took some of those gems that I have. You can get those at Dollar Tree also, where they have the shells and things and your flowers. And I filled the bottom of it so it kind of will stand up and not fall over. So it kind of gives it a base. And then I just stuffed it with some stuffing that you could buy this at Walmart. You can also get one of your old pillows and just take the stuffing out of it, whatever you want. Now you can make your gnomes as big as you want, as little as you want. Mine are kind of plump. I like them that way. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a little twist tie from the Dollar Tree that's in the kids section, hair ties, and I just tied it around, cut off the top, and now I'm taking a pair of knee-high nylons, and in the kids section I bought a golf ball. This is going to be my gnome's nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it inside that knee-high. I'm going to wrap it again with one of these tiny rubber bands that is in the tie section where all the hair ties are. And I'm going to cut that off like that. And there's my nose. So I have my body, my nose. So now these fuzzy socks you can purchase also at Dollar Tree. I purchased these ones with these little hearts on them. I thought they were super cute. And this is going to go as my hat for my gnome. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to stick it on the top of my white sock that I filled with all that stuffing and those little gems at the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of work with it. And my nose is going to kind of get tucked under the rim of the hat. So now first I want to have the hat have a little tassel at the end of it, like a little ball, to kind of make it look like a hat. So what I'm doing is I just put a little bit of stuffing in it, took another one of these twist ties, twisted around the top of it to hold the stuffing there, and now I have my little top of my hat. So now these are the Dollar Tree mops that you buy at the Dollar Tree. So I wanted my gnome to have some hair because I'm going to make it a girl. And what I did is I took 6 strings of this mop and I just cut it off the top of the mop like that. Now I'm going to take another one of these little twist ties. I keep saying twist ties. They're little rubber bands, and I just tied the top of it. And now I'm going to tie the middle of it as well. And this is going to make our 2 little hair to go on our gnome. So now what I'm going to do is that middle one, I'm going to cut kind of close to that rubber band, and that's going to hold my second one together. So there's my 2 little hair pieces. Very simple. So now what I did is I untwined some of the mop because I wanted my braids, my hair to look more realistic. And I liked the way it looked. So that's what I did. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my nose down and where my hat is. And then I'm going to glue my little hair pieces under the hat as well. On each side of the nose I go. And I just put some glue under there and stuffed them in. Be careful you don't burn your fingers with the hot glue gun because I've done that plenty of times. And now I'm going to take my other hair piece and stick it under the other side. And there's my little 2 hair pieces on the side. Super easy, simple to make, and so cute. So there's my little gnome. Now you can see how he's coming to life, right? So now that little top piece that I cut off of my sock, I'm going to use to make my arms. So what I did is I just trimmed it a little bit to make it even. And now I'm just going to cut it in half like that. And now I'm just going to roll it. I'm just going to roll it and then I'm going to glue it at the ends to keep it in place. And I'm just trimming off the excess strings that are kind of sticking out. And I'm just going to glue the end of it kind of like a seam and just fold it over so that it stays just like that. And there's my little arm. So that's one arm, and then I'm going to take the other piece that I cut in half and I am going to make my other arm. Now those I am going to glue right next to and underneath my hat as well, but right next to my hair. That's on my gnome. I'm just going to stick them under there and glue them in and make sure they're secure and tight so that they don't fall out or anything. Just like that on one side, and then I do the other side, the same thing. I just glue it right next to the hair and tuck it in there and make sure it stays, and I press down on it, and then I glue some more on top just to make sure it's very secure. And there's my little arms. So cute. Look how cute he is. She is. I'm making a girl now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some felt that I bought at Walmart, and it's like 20 something cents. And I'm just going to cut a little square. I don't have exact measurements. I just cut a tiny square like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little mittens for my hands. So what I did is I just put that whole square around there, and I'm going to take another one of those little rubber bands, and I'm going to put that around the bottom part of my arm, and I'm going to just trim off all this excess felt, and that is going to make my little mitten for the bottom of my gnome. Look how cute. So simple. And so there's the other one. pants, and they got little mittens on. So now I decided to grab some of this twine, and I have this in my stash, but you could purchase it anywhere. And it's just the same colors. It's white and red, and I decided to make little bows on my little mittens. So this is optional as well, but I kind of wanted to dress her up a little bit. So I did that on both sides, and now I'm going to glue the back of my hat down. And the back of the hat is the part where the heel would be on your sock. Just a FYI on that one. And now I'm going to take one of these little bells that I bought during Christmas time that you could put on a little string. And I'm going to put a little bell on the top of the hat. And I'm just going to tie it around there and make a little bow on that. And there it is. All jingly. So now my hair, I wanted to make it look a little bit neater. So I decided to tie a little knot in the hair to make it look like it's tied braids. Like there's braids in her hair, and I'm just tying a nice little knot or rubber band in it. And I used the same twine. Now you could do a bow on there as well, which afterwards I'm like, oh, I should have did a bow, but I didn't. But I liked her the way she was, so I just kept her. But there are so many possibilities, and there's so many things you guys can come up with. So, but if you guys do this, I would love to see them. So make sure you post them in the comment section so I could see. And also leave me comments and let me know what you think of my gnome and my other DIY. I'm having so much fun doing this on Wednesdays. So, and I have so many more ideas for you guys. So I hope you stay posted and keep watching, because I am absolutely loving doing this. It is so much fun. And I hope it gives you guys some ideas too to do your own little DIYs too from the Dollar Tree. So now this is a ribbon that I bought. This was a while back, but I think I may have gotten this ribbon at, it was probably Hobby Lobby, but they have lots of ribbon sales. So I wanted to make a little rim on the top of my hat. So I used this pink ribbon, which is super pretty. And I just glued it around the rim of the hat. And now I needed a little feet. So I took one of these felt red ones that I had from the Dollar Tree. They're just red felt hearts. And I kind of stuck on them and gave him a little base too. And gave him little feet. And now I wanted to give him a little bit of buttons, her a little bit of buttons. So I just took some of these Dollar Tree stickers that I purchased, and I stuck 2 little buttons on the belly part. And then I had this little stick that has this burlap heart on it. And I bought these a while back at Hobby Lobby as well. But I wanted to put something in their little hand, her little hand. So I put this little stick that has a heart. And I thought it was super cute. And look at how cute she is. She is adorable, right? And then I wanted to put another little heart on her head. So I used one of these Dollar Tree wood veneer stickers. This one's a little glittery pink one. And I just hot glued it and stuck it on her little hat. And that's it. So I hope you guys like it. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. Just hit the red subscribe button. And I'll see you guys again next Wednesday. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.